everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily. Some of you might already know me as MEB on Instagram. I have a beauty and lifestyle account where I have, I think as of right now, probably about 7,500 followers. Something my followers ask me a lot is how I take and edit the photos that I put up on my page. And I'd actually done a Snapchat story about that a while back, but first of all, a lot of people didn't get to see it. And second of all, the people who did get to see it asked me to do something a little bit more permanent, like a blog post or a video, so that they could reference it in the future. And so I've been meaning to do this for a long time. I just kind of like didn't get around to it for a while, but I'm getting around to it now. So that's the important thing. I'm doing it now. So if any of you are curious about how I take and how I edit my Instagram photos, I'm going to show you all of my secrets. I'm going to tell you what devices I use, what equipment I use, and the apps I use and the features like within each app that I use. So let's get started. Okay, so first let's talk about the device that I use to take probably 90% of my Instagram photos, my iPhone 6. I can't recommend using your smartphone camera highly enough, especially if you're just starting out, because first of all, smartphone cameras are good now. Like this iPhone 6 is 2 years old and I get incredible photos from this. Second of all, if you have an Instagram account, you probably already have a smartphone. So there's no need to go out and buy another camera. You already have a good camera. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I really like to post flat lays of makeup on a plain white background. Here's the white background I use. This is a $1 piece of foam board that I bought at Michael's. Okay, now let's talk about the lighting that I like to use. So my favorite lighting is natural diffused sunlight. Diffused light is the opposite of direct sunlight. It just means that the light bounces off of several surfaces before it reaches the thing that you're trying to photograph. Some bloggers I know like to use direct sunlight to take their product photos. It gives more of like a crisp, bright image with lots of bold shadows. It's a really cool, interesting look. It's just not what I like to go for. And I also used to use studio lighting, artificial lighting to take my photos, but it just got to be too much of a pain to like bring out my studio lights every time I wanted to take pictures. So now what I do is I just take my piece of foam board and I set it a few feet back from an open window and the lighting is perfect. Hey. Okay, sorry if this is a really awkward angle. Now that I've told you what I do to take my pictures, I'm actually gonna show you what I do to take my pictures. So there's a window over there. I have my foam board here resting on a table. I have some beauty products in my little bag, so I'm just gonna arrange them right here. And then I'm gonna use my phone to take a picture of them. Okay, now that I've taken my photos, I'm gonna start editing them. So I'm gonna go into my little photography section, and here are the two main apps that I use to edit my photos, BeautyPlus and Facetune. BeautyPlus is free, Facetune costs, I think it's under $5. I definitely recommend buying Facetune. So I go into BeautyPlus first, go to Beautify, and then choose the photo. I think I'm gonna do this photo. Yeah, I like that one. I like how that turned out. Okay. So then I'm going to go down to Beautify at the bottom, Filter, and the filter that I really like to use is called Charm. And BeautyPlus is nice because you can edit like how much of the filter you have on the photo. So it can either be a really slight filter or it can be like heavy hardcore filter. So what I like to do is usually put it down in the middle like this. BeautyPlus also has a really nice feature called Acne, and it just lets you erase small things in the photo. And it's mainly for selfies if you want to like erase your acne, but I don't use it for that. I don't really see anything that I need to erase in this photo, but just to give you an example, like if for whatever reason I didn't like the reflection on that MAC lipstick top, what I could do is choose the size I want and then hover over top, and it gives you a little screen within a screen to show you a detail of what you're doing, and it'll just take it away. So I didn't actually want to do that, so I'm gonna get out of there. But that just shows you what the acne tool can do in BeautyPlus. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Then I'm gonna go to Facetune. So there's a lot that you can do in Facetune, but the main thing that I like to do is whiten my backgrounds. So you see how in this photo the background is like, it's white, but it's not like a true pure white. What I like to do is use the whiten tool, which was intended for people to use to whiten their teeth. I've never used it for that. And I just scrub where I want the background to be lighter. Sorry that that's not in focus. That's what the photo looks like after I've whitened the background. So before whitening, after whitening, before, after. See, it makes a huge difference. Okay, and the last thing I like to do is actually edit the photo in the Instagram editor, which I think is pretty good. So I'm gonna pull up the photo, go into edit, and then what I really like to do with my photos is always up the brightness, up the contrast, up the structure a little bit. Oops. Increase the warmth slightly if I think the photo needs it. Up the saturation slightly as well. Increase the highlights. And then I usually like to decrease the shadows a little bit. This just makes, if I have black in the photo, this just makes the blacks appear more true black. And then lastly, up the sharpness a little bit. And then here's a nifty trick. So if you want to edit your photo but you don't want to post it right away, put your phone on airplane mode and share it. And it won't post to Instagram, but it will save to your camera roll. And there it is. All right, so here's the original photo, and there's the edited version. And that's it, that's everything. That's how I take and how I edit my Instagram photos. If you like this video, I would love if you gave it a thumbs up. That'll also save it to your favorite videos so that you can come back and reference it later. If you like me and you want to see more content from me, I would love it if you subscribed. And in the meantime, come follow me on Instagram. It's MEB. All right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.